Good afternoon, this is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar, doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner. We like to do these roof inspections to bring to light the current condition of the roof and outline any major problems that we see, and document a thorough inspection so that we have it for our records. This is a architectural asphalt shingle roof. This home was built in the 70s. I anticipate this being the second roof that was put on this home. This roof age, based on the wear and tear that we see, is about 25 to 30 years old. What happens to a shingle roof over time is basically the shingles get hit by the sun and the oils kind of get evaporated, and you kind of have a lot of granule loss that occurs. Granule loss, by I mean the granules kind of come off the shingle, and then you start to see the fiberglass kind of show through. Really bad here on the south and the west facing sides, they get a little bit more, but you can see the granule loss that's occurred on this south facing side. That gets a little bit more sun, the shininess of the exposure. This basically means the shingle is weakened over time. And you're seeing kind of the age of the roof. We like to inspect the eaves of the house, so kind of the eaves are the overhangs. We have our shiplap right here, our rafter tails right here, and then our fascia boards. I did find a section where oftentimes there's termite damage like we see right here, and during a roof replacement project we'll actually replace these entire fascia boards if they are rotted out and hollow like this one, and then that way the homeowner has a secure substrate of a roof. There's a bunch of skylights on these roofs. This section, you can see how actually around the skylights there's different color shingles because they did a little bit of a patch. Looks like they patched it with the similar color, which is Owens Corning summer wood. But yeah, these newer skylights are in great condition, operable, and you can see the shingles around them, how they're kind of old. You can see the breaking of the shingles that are occurring. There's evidence that there's only one layer on the roof, as you can see right there. You can see directly down at the plywood. With the weakening in the shingle, the starter shingle around the roof is very weak. This is the only skylight that I would recommend replacing. So we're going to measure this one out and document this one so we can outline this for the homeowner. But you can see the granule loss kind of occurring. And then, the starter shingle around the roof is really beat up. This is an area where shingles have blown off, and you can actually see the starter shingle is compromised. You see the shingles right here, compromised to the point where water can get into the wood. That's never a good thing because then termites can access the wood. So a section right here where, kind of the starter shingle basically has failed. We're also seeing the flashings that need to be replaced and kind of the failure around the penetration points on the roof. Getting on the second story here, we can see the granule loss occurring on this section right here. And then older skylight right here, another one that we'd probably recommend to replace. It's kind of fogging. It's the older style. If we're up here doing the replacement of the roof, it's really easy to replace the skylights as well. And then we can see a cricket right here. This diverts water off to each side. But then we can see a couple shingles that have been blown off and lost right here. And you can kind of see the exposed nail heads that are right there. This section right here is what I want to bring to light. This section experiences a lot of wind, and we can see the amount of granule loss, the deterioration of the roof in this section, the exposed nail heads, all for an easy access point for water. And then getting down here, a whole shingle blew off, nail heads, nail heads, nail heads. Shingles are very weak, right? Very weak. What water and rain can get underneath. Even the edge right there is kind of blown off. So we can see right here, another shingle blown off. Right here, another one right here. The starter shingle around this whole section of the top story is very, very weak. And then, kind of shingles are just basically laying around this roof here. So yeah, getting to the proper recommendation of this, we definitely need to replace the flashings. We need to, there's only one layer, so we could put another layer of roof over the top. Now, I advise against that just because of the wood repair I anticipate. Replace a couple skylights, and then replace with a new duration cool rated 50-year shingle. Do all the woodwork, and then the homeowner has a roof that they never have to worry about again. Thank you.